I said stop. Go pull the main switch.
Shaolin, what are you doing? Thousands of yuan worth of iron in one furnace. If you stop it, it'll all be scrap.
Then let it be scrap. From today on, all these backward, hammering workshops are shut down.
What is this thing?
A German-imported CNC laser cutting machine. Cost me 3 million yuan. This is the efficiency I learned abroad. Old Zhao, how long does it take you and your apprentices to hammer out the shape of a sword?
According to our ancestors' rules, good steel must be folded and hammered 7 times to squeeze out impurities. 3 days at the fastest.
One sword in 3 days? No wonder my dad's factory has been losing money year after year. 8 seconds per piece. We can cut 4,000 pieces a day, with perfect precision. Old Zhao, this is what you call a dimensional strike. Surprised, aren't you?
The cut edge is blue and black powder is falling off. The 2,000-degree laser heat has burned all the carbon out of the blade.
As long as it looks good on the outside. Who cares about carbon or not?
Director Lin, without carbon, iron loses its toughness. Steel that hasn't been hammered and pressed 1,000 times is just a pile of loose sand inside.
What are you trying to say?
This thing, it's just a piece of glass shaped like a sword. It's very brittle. Hit anything hard and it'll snap.
Don't try to scare me. Put our factory's brand on it, package it in a fancy brocade box, and it's a Longquan sword that can sell for tens of thousands.
That's a lie. If a customer actually tries to test it, this piece of scrap metal will shatter our sword factory's 30-year reputation.
Who buys a sword to cut people nowadays? It's a civilized world, okay? Customers buy swords to hang on the wall as decoration. What I want is mass production on an assembly line to make quick money. Not to watch you sweat your guts out hammering scrap metal. Old Zhao, out of respect for my dad, go to the packaging workshop across the way. Just measure the machine-cut parts with a ruler every day and stick a qualified label on them. You don't have to do any heavy lifting. I'll keep 80% of your salary.
I won't go.
I'm the factory director. That's an order.
These hands have hammered iron for 30 years. They only know how to do hard work. I can't do work that involves sticking fake labels and deceiving people.
Don't push your luck, Old Zhao.
If I don't forge, I'm no craftsman. As long as the furnace burns, I'll be right here.
Then you shouldn't be here at all.
What do you mean?
Can't you understand plain English? Old Zhao is stubborn, hindering factory upgrades, defying management. Settle his accounts and get out now.
Shaolin, you're heartless. Without Old Zhao's skills, this factory would have gone bankrupt long ago.
When your dad started this business, he couldn't afford coal. It was Uncle Zhao who mortgaged his house to buy pig iron. Now you buy some fancy foreign machine and you're kicking my uncle out?
What are you doing? Are you trying to rebel?
Rebel against what? You ungrateful bastard. I'm gonna smash this damn box of yours to pieces today. Uncle.
Let go.
Smash this junk. I don't care if I get fired.
I said let go.
Damage a 3 million yuan machine, and I'll call the police. You'll all end up in jail. Anyone who dares to move again, your wages will be docked, and you'll be fired immediately.
Everyone, calm down. Acting like hotheads won't solve anything. It's not worth it for my sake. To smash the rice bowls that feed your families. If you want machine assembly lines, I'll make way.
Humph, good you know your place.
But I'll leave according to legal procedures. Not a penny less.
Still trying to negotiate? How much?
I've worked at this factory for 30 years. According to labor law, unilateral contract termination requires N+1 compensation. That's 31 months of full salary, paid in cash.
Oh, you know the law, huh? A few tens of thousands. I'll consider it throwing money away. Just get out of my sight. Get out of my sight. Draft a termination of employment notice and a non-disclosure agreement. Get to the forging workshop now. Sign the papers, take your money. Clear out your stuff before noon, and get out of my workshop. Tomorrow, the top action director from the biggest epic film crew in the country, a major client, is coming for an on-site inspection. Don't stand there and be an eyesore. Don't mess up my $10 million deal.
I'll sign. Just have the money ready.
Make sure everything's handed over properly. Even that broken pair of tongs, a factory asset, you won't be taking out the gate. Bags will be searched on exit.
I won't touch a single wire from this factory. What I'm taking with me is just one personal item of mine. I'm just afraid you won't dare. Sign the material release form.
What do you want to take?
Mud.
Old Zhao, have you lost your mind from all this stress? You're taking an empty bag to scoop mud from that stinking ditch full of dirty water and iron slag?
Director Lin, are you afraid I'll steal the factory's iron? Scooping mud isn't illegal, is it?
Uncle, why are you scooping this smelly mud? Are you gonna plant flowers? I'll go dig some good soil for you from the back mountain. This is all just waste slag from red-hot iron.
Don't touch it. You don't understand this soil.
Are you out of your mind, you pauper? You're taking decades-old sludge like it's a treasure. Fine, do as you please. Hurry up and scoop it, then get out.
Director Lin, have you settled the money?
The termination notice is ready. The compensation details have also been calculated. Old Zhao, take a good look. 30 years of service, N+1 compensation, 32 months salary, a total of 160,000. Read it, then sign immediately.
Wait a minute. I haven't taken a single day of annual leave since I started working here. For employees with over 15 years of service, it's 15 days of annual leave per year. Any untaken leave for over 3 years should be compensated at 3 times the daily wage. This amount isn't included.
Old Zhao, you're trying to shake me down. You're just a crude old man swinging a hammer, always taking off whenever you please. And now you're talking about annual leave with me?
Forging is piecework, with commission. When I took leave, I didn't take a single cent of your basic salary. But annual leave is a state-mandated regulation. If you want to fire me, follow the legal procedure. If this amount is short by even 1 cent, I won't sign this document today.
Are you threatening me?
I'm just taking what I'm owed, my hard-earned money. Not a cent more.
Shaolin, everyone here knows about old Zhao's annual leave. He was even tending the furnace on New Year's Eve. Is it really about a few tens of thousands of yuan? You bought a 3 million yuan machine. Don't you feel guilty for docking an old employee's pay like this?
Calculate it for him. How much is it in total, including the converted annual leave? Including the annual leave conversion, it's 187,500. Transfer it to him from the company account immediately, and get him out of here right now.
Director Lin, it's your turn to sign. The security guard will check the document when I leave.
Zhao Taiju is taking personal waste. 1 bag of smelly mud. Contains no factory assets or materials. Take it. Let's see how many pounds of scrap iron you can get for that bag of stinky mud.
Uncle, are you really leaving just like that? What are we going to do now?
I just said it. Work hard. Don't mess with your livelihood. Everyone at home is waiting to eat. A sword cut by a machine is still a product of the sword factory. As long as you're on the job, you do it right.
But that thing hasn't been quenched. It'll break with 1 chop.
If it breaks, someone will deal with it. It's not for you to worry about.
Are you done talking? Take your money and get out. This workshop is a restricted area now. It has nothing to do with you.
Director Lin, our contract is terminated. We're strangers now. Let me tell you something from the heart. The big client coming tomorrow is a top martial arts director in the country. Mr. Yi, right?
How do you know?
Director Yi visited when the old factory director was still here. He buys swords, not fancy props. Director Yi is coming to inspect the goods tomorrow. His car will definitely have a solid pig iron bar, as thick as a bowl. That's the old rule.
So what if it's a pig iron bar? My machine just cut the highest grade imported special high carbon steel. Its factory hardness is 2 levels higher than pig iron. If he tests his sword on a pig iron bar, I can cut his pig iron bar in half.
Director Lin, the difference between iron and steel isn't just looking at parameters on a computer. Steel is too hard. Without soft iron to wrap it, it's just a piece of dead glass. Your high-tech steel sheets haven't been clay-tempered. No insulation on the spine of the blade. The entire piece of steel loses its toughness as soon as it's heated.
What are you talking about? Get out, get out, get out. Go plaster walls with your junk.
Without this bag of clay, tomorrow your steel won't even cut a dry piece of firewood. It'll just shatter on impact.
Humph, an old stubborn fool, acting all wise. Just wait. Tomorrow, when the big client signs a multi-million-dollar contract, I'll bury you with money.
10 live blade swords for the main character's close combat. Not some flimsy metal sheets you use to fool tourists at a film studio. Where's the merchandise?
It's all here. I guarantee you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Wow, it's quite shiny. And so light. Director Lin, the balance point of this sword guard is off.
Director Yi, you just don't understand high-tech. We calculated it with a computer when we modeled it. 15% weight reduction. So much easier for actors to handle.
Bullshit. Cold weapons rely entirely on the hilt for chopping power. You've hollowed out the dead weight that presses the front edge. This is front heavy and backlight. Even as a chopping axe, it'd vibrate your hand off. The cut edge is blue and drops black ash.
Old phone, what a sharp eye you have. It just arrived yesterday from Germany. Cuts 1 in 8 seconds. That's the efficiency of modern industry.
Your father's reputation was forged with a 180-pound hammer. And you're using a sheet metal cutter on us?
How is this cutting sheet metal? This is top-grade special high-carbon steel plate. The computer data clearly shows its hardness is much greater than a kitchen knife.
Director Lin, if you haven't forged iron, don't talk nonsense. My uncle said it yesterday when he left. After the 2000-degree high temperature of the laser, the carbon on the blade's edge is long gone. This sword is just a piece of glass now.
Shut up. You have no right to speak here. These blacksmiths don't know a damn thing about science. Director Yi, old phone. If you don't believe me, I'll take you to the workshop now and cut one for you to see. The craftsmanship will absolutely shock you. Look, both of you, no sweating buckets, no weeks of work, and the dimensions, the blood groove, the blueprint are all spot on. If this isn't progress, what is?
Director Lin, iron has no life. No matter how good the steel plate you buy, its internal crystal structure is still a disorganized mess. Why did our ancestors forge swords that way? Heating it red hot in the fire, then repeatedly folding and hammering it thousands of times with a sledgehammer? That's what we call hundredfold steel. It's about forcing out the impurities and creating a wood grain-like fibrous texture in the iron. That's toughness. An unfolded iron, a sword not clay-tempered, with Longchuan's unique mud, is hollow inside. No matter how beautifully your machine cuts it, it's dead metal. This is just a craft, a piece of metal. It doesn't deserve to be called a cold weapon.
Director Yi, what are you doing?
Director Lin, arguing is pointless. Our multi-million-dollar contract clearly states, in black and white, destructive physical testing cuts through iron like mud. This is the Longquan Sword Factory's 30-year reputation. If this sword of yours dulls its edge or even snaps, according to the contract, that's commercial fraud. Not only will you owe me double the 5 million yuan penalty, but I'll also send a joint letter to the National Martial Arts Association, shattering the Longquan Sword Factory's reputation completely.
I don't believe that modern industrial high-carbon steel, which I've studied abroad and researched extensively, can't compete with a pig iron bar. All right, Director Yi, go ahead and chop. If it can't cut through this pig iron bar, you don't even need to say it. I, Shaolin, will sell everything I own to pay you that 5 million yuan penalty.
Director Lin, is this your proud modern technology? You're trying to fool me with these laser-cut glass shards for a 10 million yuan movie prop order.
Director Yi, this can't be. The German machine cut special steel. Its factory hardness specs were clearly met.
Specs won't save this scrap metal.
Open your eyes and see. This fracture looks like tofu. All the crystal structures are fractured. The laser's high temperature burned away all the pitiful carbon structure inside. Our ancestors hammered swords repeatedly 3,000 times in the fire to increase the iron's toughness. The metal you cut has no toughness. The Longquan Sword Factory's 30-year reputation is completely ruined in your hands today.
Legal Department, Longquan Sword Factory commercial fraud. Prepare the lawsuit for double the 5 million yuan penalty. File it immediately. Also, notify the Martial Arts Association to jointly issue a letter to blacklist this fraudulent company across the entire network.
No, Director J. Don't blacklist the contract. The delivery deadline stated in the contract is before sunset tomorrow. I still have a day and a half. As long as I can deliver a true sword that can cut through an iron bar tomorrow, this order cannot be cancelled.
All right, I'll give you a day and a half. If you can't produce a true sword by 6 p.m. tomorrow, we'll see then.
A 5 million yuan penalty. If the capital chain breaks, it's all over. Go to the warehouse. Bring out that batch of hardest tungsten steel plates. Start the cutting machine and cut the final model for me.
Director, wake up. It's useless even if you cut out a diamond. Didn't you hear what old Feng said just now? Without the hammering and forging, this crappy sword has no toughness. Without quenching, it's just brittle glass.
What mud? What quenching?
It's that stinky mud Uncle Zhao took with him. That's the quenching lifeline that the old factory director and my Uncle Zhao cultivated for 30 years. After forging, you put that bag of old mud into ice water to quench the blade, and only then will the sword become razor sharp. The sword needs the mud for insulation to maintain its toughness.
He said when he left without this bag of mud, my sword can't even chop firewood.
You personally signed the release form. You even called him crazy for money.
I didn't know about that mud.
There's a lot you don't know. If you can't deliver a live blade sword by sunset tomorrow, the factory will be shut down. All our dozens of brothers' livelihoods are ruined by your ridiculous high tech.
Director Lin, it's such a hot day. What are you doing at my humble farmer's yard? Come to search my bag? To see if there's any factory wire hidden in that bag of rotten mud?
I was wrong. The sword I cut broke. They're suing us for 5 million in liquidated damages. The factory will be sealed tomorrow.
Uncle, Director Yi made a threat. If we don't deliver a live blade sword by sunset tomorrow, the factory is finished. Everyone here has elders and children to support. Where will we find work then?
Get up.
Uncle Zhao, you're not holding a grudge about me firing you yesterday?
I'm doing this for the reputation your father built, and for these brothers so they don't starve. We have a day and a half until sunset tomorrow. This furnace fire cannot go out.
Uncle Zhao, take my car. I'll carry the bag for you.
You can't carry this bag. Drive. Don't waste time. Push this broken metal box into the corner.
Uncle Zhao, this machine is plugged in. The wires underneath will.
If we don't move it, there's no room for us to stand and swing the sledgehammer. Do you want this pile of scrap metal, or do you want that $5 million order?
Push it. Unplug it. Push all of it into the warehouse.
Old iron into the furnace. Director Lin, don't just stand there.
Uncle Zhao, do you have something for me to do?
The factory is in crisis right now. We don't keep idlers. Go shovel the coal slag.
Me?
Can't you shovel?
I can.
Feeling the pain? Good. It means you're doing it right. Machines don't feel pain. That's why what machines cut out is dead. Feed the fire.
Uncle Zhao, why do you fold it before hammering? The blueprints don't even show this folding process.
Your blueprints are for computers. This is called 100-fold steel, understand? When I was flattening it just now, did you see sparks flying out?
I did.
Those are the air bubbles and impurities in the iron. They're being squeezed out by the hammer. A laser machine, 2,000 degrees, cuts through in a second. The air bubbles in the steel plate are still air bubbles, and the impurities are still impurities. The high temperature even burns out the carbon. That's what you call brittle glass. Each fold adds a layer of texture. Fold it 7 times, and you have tens of thousands of layers of iron tightly bonded together. It's like an old lady's 1,000-layer cloth shoes. 1 layer of cloth tears easily, but 1,000 layers sewn together, even a nail can't pierce it. That's what we call resilience.
1,000-layer soul.
Your machine cuts in one go. It can't create this layered strength. That's why it broke in half instantly when it hit the pig iron bar. This is why machines can cut out the shape, but not the soul of a Longquan sword.
I understand. Uncle Zhao, I truly understand now.
If you understand, keep shoveling the coal slag. The air vent is blocked.
Time passed minute by minute. The clang of hammers in the workshop never stopped, day and night. Outside the window, dawn broke again. Dozens of workers took turns swinging the sledgehammers. No one went home. They ate and slept right there in the workshop. Xiao Lin's hands developed thick calluses. They were so shaky he couldn't even hold a teacup steady, but he didn't move a single step back to his office. It was 2 p.m. the next day. Only 4 hours left until Director Ye's delivery deadline.
It's shaped.
Old Zhao, is it done then?
It's far from being able to cut through an iron bar. Get some water and mix the clay.
Is this what you call clay tempering? What's the secret behind this mud?
No matter how well the iron is forged, if the edge isn't hard, it can't cut anything. That's where quenching comes in. You plunge the red-hot sword into cold water. The edge cools rapidly, and its hardness multiplies. If it goes straight in, it'll be as brittle as glass and shatter in the water instantly.
So you apply this mud to the sword?
Exactly. The spine of a sword is coated with thick mud. When it enters the water, the mud insulates it from the cold, slowing the cooling, preserving the flexibility we forged into it. The blade edge isn't coated with mud. It's directly exposed to the cold water, achieving ultimate hardness. This is what we call outer strength, inner flexibility, a perfect balance of strength and flexibility. If the clay application is off by even a bit, or it cools unevenly, the sword will be ruined. Does your machine know how to apply this clay? Light the fire back into the furnace. The moment the sword reaches its perfect color, it must be taken out and plunged into water immediately. This is called quenching and soul setting. We have 3 hours until the big client arrives. Success or failure depends on this final moment.
Uncle Zhao, the clay cracked. Should we apply another layer?
Don't touch it. Let crack. If the clay doesn't crack completely, the internal stress will be trapped and the sword will explode when it comes out of the furnace.
Uncle Zhao, the security guard at the gate called. Director Yi and Old Feng are at the main gate with their lawyers and the pig iron bar.
They're here to rush us. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. Uncle, it's not fully heated yet.
Ignore them. Lock the workshop door. Lock it. If the heat isn't right, even the King of Heaven has to wait outside.
Right now, if it's off by even 1 degree, the blade won't achieve the cuts through iron like mud hardness.
Go lock the door.
Go close the main gate and put the crossbar on.
Director Lin, are you hiding inside like a coward? You still have 50 minutes until 6 o'clock. My legal team has already prepared the lawsuit. If you can't deliver the real deal today, Longquan Sword Factory will be shut down.
How long do we need to watch this furnace?
Until the steel on the sword turns the color of the sky just before dark.
The color of the sky before dark? What color is that?
Now.
Get back.
Uncle Zhao, the sword, it didn't explode, did it?
If this sword had exploded in the water trough, not only would the factory be finished, but all the hard work of these past few days would have been a complete joke.
It's done.
Don't celebrate too soon. Without sharpening the edge, this sword is just a blunt piece of iron. Pour water.
A dark, flowing pattern, like clouds and water, seemed to have a dragon swimming across the dark green sword body. This is a physical miracle formed deep within the metal after thousands of folds and forging, combined with clay tempering.
This is a real sword.
This is called the dragon scale cloud pattern. The scrap metal your machine cuts, even if you cut it 10,000 times, won't produce a single pattern like this.
Lin, if you don't open the door, I'm calling the police to break it down.
Hold it steady, it's a bit heavy.
So heavy. It's almost twice as heavy as the one cut by the machine.
It's Sanmai construction. The outside is soft iron. The core is extremely hard, high-carbon steel. That's why it's heavy, and the momentum when you chop down is fierce. Those who don't know their craft can't even lift it. Open the door, guests are here.
Director Lin has really grown some guts. Hiding in here for a whole day and night.
Director Yi, the contract deadline is 6 p.m. It's 5:45 now. Our Longquan Sword Factory hasn't breached the contract.
Not breached? You think you can get away with this piece of junk?
This is Sanmai, soft iron, cloud-patterned, clay-tempered blade. In a day and a half, where did you find someone to forge something of this national treasure caliber?
Old Feng, what are you saying? This piece of junk is a national treasure?
Junk. Are you blind? Look at the patterns on this blade. This is the toughness forged by thousands of hammer blows. This is the hardness painstakingly created with special clay.
Old phone. I didn't find him. This is Master Zhao Taiju, our Longquan Sword Factory's chief master for 30 years.
Director Yi, time's up. Let's test the sword, same old rules. If this sword chips even a little when it chops this pillar, today's order is void. And I, Zhao Taiju, will retire from the forging world forever. Never touch this hammer again.
He'd spent most of his life in weapon manufacturing and had seen many arrogant people. But a blacksmith who dared to guarantee a sword with his own hands, this was the first.
What big talk?
This is what we call live weight. A live blade sword forged using the Sanmai method. Heavy in the hand, swift when swung. This is a true combat sword, not those flimsy, theatrical props you've been making.
It's tough enough. If I don't go all out today, it'll look like I can't break your stuff.
Uncle Zhao, that pig iron bar was too hard. What if this sword also?
There's no what if.
Ah.
Devastating.
Clang.
It broke.
It wasn't the sword that broke. It was the solid iron bar, used for destructive testing.
That was cleaved in two by a single strike.
No chipping, not even a tiny bit. Cuts through iron like mud. This is truly cutting through iron like mud.
Baogung's technique allowed the outer layer of soft iron to absorb the impact of the slash, which is why it didn't break. Cover it with that bag of old mud. Cover with that bag of old mud, Pio. The hardness of the forged blade, Pio. The blade forged by fire was hard enough to cut through cast iron. This is the true spirit of weaponry passed down by our ancestors for centuries. Can the sheet metal cutting machine you spent millions on cut out such a divine object that is both soft and hard? If this sword were placed in ancient times, it would be a commander's sword that holds the field in a general's hand. Do you still want to show off this skill?
Master Zhao's unique skill here. I, Olji, am truly impressed. I am utterly convinced. Tear up that lawsuit immediately. Not only will Director Lin not cancel the contract, but we're adding another 5 million to the deposit. For this order, I have only one non-negotiable condition. These 10 live blade swords for the film's protagonist. Every single one must be forged hammer by Master Zhao's experienced hands. If you dare to use machines and try to fool me with even one, I will not let this factory off easily. I will pursue it to the very end.
We got the order.
Our livelihoods are saved. The Longquan Sword brand is saved. Uncle Zhao, this card has 5 million in liquid cash. You saved the factory, and you saved my worthless life. I wrongfully dismissed you. I'll pay your severance double, even triple. I'll go handle the legal representative transfer right now. I don't deserve to be the factory director anymore. This factory will be entirely under your management from now on.
Put the card away.
Uncle Zhao, are you still unwilling to forgive me?
Me? A rough old man who's swung a hammer his whole life? I don't even know how to turn on a computer. You want me to manage the factory to go chase investments? That's ridiculous.
But I just fired you the day before yesterday. I kicked you out of this workshop like a beggar. How can I possibly be your leader again?
Your mistake was thinking that just because you'd studied abroad, you could negate hundreds of years of our ancestors' experience.
I've learned my lesson completely.
Since you've learned, then stand up and speak. What kind of sight is the head of Longquan Sword Factory kneeling in the dirt? The 187,500 yuan in compensation that was transferred to my card, I've accepted it. Go pay the workers their wages from last month. Go settle the outstanding balance with the steel factory. Every single penny left on that card must be invested back into the factory's production line.
Uncle Zhao, what do you mean?
My whole life, old Zhao here, I don't rely on a piece of paper to control people. I rely on this hammer in my hand. The contract is burned. Your firing me is water under the bridge. You think I hate you? This metal box, this machine, it can cut 4,000 swords a day. Sell them to film studios as props, sell them to tourists as souvenirs. It's fast and cheap. These 50-plus mouths need to eat. If I'm the only one forging, making 30 swords a month, everyone won't even earn enough for rice. Using machines for the production line, that's a business that feeds our brothers. But if the factory only has that machine, then our Longquan brand is just an empty shell. Today, Director Yi came, and with a simple iron bar, he could smash our brand to pieces. High-end custom, real swords must be purely handmade. That's the backbone of our factory, our trump card to keep others from ruining us. Only sentiment will leave you hungry. Only machines will ruin your reputation. We need both legs to walk for the factory to survive. Didn't your MBA abroad teach you this simple truth?
Old Zhao doesn't understand data, but he understands the wisdom of survival.
My friend speaks profoundly. This is the true spirit of a master craftsman.
Master Zhao, I understand now. Assembly lines make products, but hammers forge the soul of a sword. I'll continue to be the factory director, and I'll handle the sales. I'm not asking for your forgiveness today. I'm asking you to take me as your apprentice. I want to learn clay tempering from you. I want to learn blacksmithing. I will never let our ancestors craft die in the hands of my generation's machines. Master, please accept this tea. Xiao Lin wants to learn blacksmithing too.
Blacksmithing is dirty. Coal, dust will get into your pores.
I'm not afraid of dirt. I'll wash every day.
Sparks will burn your clothes and leave you covered in blisters.
I won't wear clothes. I'll work shirtless.
Get up and stand by the bellows. Start the furnace.
The furnace is on.
Swing this hammer 1,000 times first. Find your target. Your center of gravity is unstable. Don't call me master yet.
Yes, master.